Namaste. This is AJ Jadhav. I welcome you in my YouTube channel Ancient Knowledge by Mr. AJ Jadhav. So today we are going to discuss on Bhagavad Gita Introduction Part 2. In Part 1 we have seen how sons of late King Pandu and the sons of King Dhritarashtra are going to fight on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. On the war, this Bhagavad Gita dialogue has happened. Lord Krishna has given the message to all humanity by answering questions to his disciple Arjuna. So when Arjuna requests Lord Krishna to go right in the center of both the armies to see who have came to fight. So we have discussed that how Arjuna see his near ones, dear ones, all family tree in the battlefield, and he gets overcome by compassion and he denies to fight, and then he surrenders to Lord Krishna, who was his friend. He surrenders to his friend Krishna as a disciple and accept Krishna to be his spiritual master and to instruct him what to do on that battlefield. So here we are going to see how to enter into Bhagavad Gita, how to understand. So we have to study the mindset of Arjuna. What was going in the mind of Arjuna? Why he denied to fight, and which reasons he gave for not fighting the battle. So there is a good example that the bumblebee goes into the lotus flower and tries to get the juice, the nectar, but he forgets to come out of the lotus flower. And in the evening, when the sun sets, the petals of lotus flower come close, and the bumblebee is inside, and he is not thinking that I have to get out of the flower so that I can save my life. He forgets to get out due to the nectarian sweet juice in the flower. So he's tasting that nectarian sweet juice inside the flower, and sun sets and all the petals they close, and then when he is inside the closed flower, he cannot get out. He lives his life there, he dies there eventually. But in a normal way, he can cut the hardest wood in the forest. So like that, Arjuna's situation is like a bumblebee. When he goes in the right in the center of both the armies, and he see all his near ones, dear ones, all his family members are gathered in both the armies to fight with each other, and eventually they are going to kill each other. So Arjuna gets overcome with compassion. So the nectar of the flower is compared here to the feelings of compassion of Arjuna, and Arjuna is the bumblebee. So now when he is experiencing the compassion, he is feeling the compassion for his family members, friends, and he totally gives himself to those emotions, to those compassion feelings. And the warrior inside Arjuna quits. Compassion takes over and the warrior quits. So here it's very interesting to see that Arjuna totally forget that why the battle was caused. He forgets the atrocities, attacks caused by his enemies. He forgets that Kauravas were enemies of Pandavas, how they tried to strip their wife Draupadi in the assembly of great kings. So Arjuna is totally overcome, like totally overwhelmed by compassion. So now we have to see whether such kind of a compassion is beneficial on the battlefield against the enemies. So this story of Kurukshetra war is going to reveal these deep secrets of human nature. That's why we are going to study this Kurukshetra war and the Bhagavad Gita message. So how we deal with compassion in our regular life, how we deal with emotions in our regular life. So Lord Krishna in this Bhagavad Gita message is not giving impractical guidance. He is giving practical guidance. He gives all philosophical answers to Arjuna, and also he gives such a guidance so that Arjuna can be successful in this life and supposedly the spiritual life. So now we see that Arjuna is totally confused and he don't want to fight. But here Arjuna has other four brothers: Yudhishthir, Bhim, Nakul and Sahadev. Yudhishthir, the king Yudhishthir, is supposed to be the elder brother in five Pandava brothers, and he is supposed to be the king after the battle is over. Then why the dialogue is there between Arjuna and Krishna? Why not Krishna and Yudhishthir? Why not Krishna and Bhima? Why not Krishna and Nakula? Why not Krishna and Sahadeva? Why Arjuna is confused? Why not King Yudhishthir and other Pandava brothers are confused in the battlefield? They were also devotees of Lord Krishna. They were also very righteous. But why Arjuna is selected to have the Bhagavad Gita dialogue? This also we have to find out. We have to see the qualification of Arjuna. Why he was so dear and near to Lord Krishna. So this Bhagavad Gita dialogue, to understand this Bhagavad Gita dialogue, we need to get into the mindset of Arjuna. So Arjuna is a devotee of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, and he serves Lord Krishna in the mode of friendship. So in Bhakti Yoga, there are different ways of performing devotional service to the Lord. So Arjuna has selected the way of friendship to serve the Lord. We can serve God thinking God is our friend. We can remember all merciful God thinking that he is our friend. So this is another deep subject matter in Vedic literature, Bhakti Yoga. So now again back to the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So when Arjuna says it is better to get killed by these sons of King Dhritarashtra instead of killing them. So here we have to see that when compassion comes and we do not control it, it can totally take charge. That's what happened with Arjuna. So this compassion is not welcome on the battlefield. If there is a war and soldiers say, oh, why to kill non-violence? No, he has to think about it before joining the army. So it is very easy to talk, but it is very difficult. It's a challenge to practically face the war. And when you are fighting in the family, all the near ones and dear ones are divided in two different groups, and they are going to fight and they are going to get killed. So definitely it's a very serious subject matter for Arjuna, and now he surrendered. So this surrender of Arjuna to Krishna, we have to think that to enter into Bhagavad Gita, to enter into this ancient mysticism of ancient India, we have to take a position of Arjuna. Even just for the sake of understanding the stories, we should see how Arjuna is going to understand the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. He is going to understand the Bhagavad Gita knowledge by surrendering to Lord Krishna. So this surrender means he accepts the position of disciple. So this is again a great subject matter of relationship between spiritual master and a disciple. So when Arjuna take position of disciple, then Lord Krishna is taking in charge as a spiritual master. So spiritual master is supposed to give total protection to his disciple and deliver a transcendental spiritual knowledge to disciple. And disciple is also supposed to be very humble and perform services for the pleasure of spiritual master. So when Arjuna taking the position of disciple, he is asking questions. Oh Krishna, what I should do? All my family members are going to get killed in this war. I don't want to fight this war. It is better to get killed by the sons of Dhritarashtra instead of shooting arrows against them. How I can shoot arrows against my masters, my spiritual masters, my Dronacharya, my Pitamaha Bhishma, my grandfather Bhishma. They are worshipable to me. I cannot fight with them. I cannot hurt them. I cannot kill them. So here Arjuna asking all these questions, but his mood, the purpose to ask these questions is to honestly submit his situation to Krishna. He's explaining his real situation. He's being truthful that, oh Krishna, I cannot fight. I give up. I quit. Because these people, they are worshipable for me. My master Dronacharya, my grandfather Bhishma, I love them so much. I respect them so much. They are very worshipable for me. I cannot fight with them. I cannot kill them. So here the mood, the purpose is to explain the truthful situation and to gain the real answer, the solution. So here Arjuna has selected Krishna to be his master and to get a solution for this emotional trauma he was going through of this war. And it was right on the battlefield. He was about to fight the war. It was right on the beginning of a war. So it was like a trauma, emotional trauma for Arjuna. He, like such a great warrior like Arjuna, he cannot hold his bow. He didn't know that his bow has slipped from his powerful fist already. His body was shaking. His mouth was dry. All these symptoms of fear, commotion, bafflement, confusion, misery, weak heart were present in Arjuna. So in this situation, Arjuna is asking question. So when Arjuna is asking question, in that situation, he is not asking questions to Krishna in a challenging way. No. So that mood of Arjuna, we have to understand. We have to discover that why Arjuna was asking questions. He was asking questions to get a solution to his emotional trauma. He don't know how to handle that situation. That's why he surrendered to his friend Krishna. Last discussion on Bhagavad Gita introduction part 1, I raised one question. Why Arjuna didn't go to his elder brother King Yudhishthir, his master Dronacharya, his grandfather Bhishma for the solution? Why he don't go towards them? Why he selected Krishna to give him solution? That we have to understand. That relationship between Arjuna and Krishna, we have to discover what is the speciality of that relationship. What is the speciality of devotee and Lord relationship? How devotee considers Lord's authority? That we have to understand. So for Arjuna, the authority of Krishna was very important than anybody else present on that Kurukshetra war. He had full trust in words of Krishna. Even though he had friendly relationship, friendly dealings with Krishna, same time he had full trust in Krishna's authority. That's why Arjuna selected Krishna. So now we have to see to whom we should ask questions. We should ask questions to those in whom we have full trust, in whose authority we have full trust. So that's why I say, even though this Kurukshetra story, this Bhagavad Gita dialogue is from ancient time, 5000 years before, but still it has full potential to guide our lives in this present time and place in 2017. So Arjuna is asking questions in the mood of getting the solution of his traumatic situation. So now we are not in that situation. We are not going to fight a war with our family members. So it is very hard for us to experience that emotional trauma which Arjuna faced. And after facing that trauma, he was supposed to fight, and he did fight. At the end of Bhagavad Gita dialogue, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, "Hey Arjuna, I have answered your questions. Now it is up to you whether you want to fight or not." Then Arjuna answers, "Oh my dear Lord, you have answered all my questions, and the commotion, the confusion, the bafflement has withered away. I have got strength in my heart. I have understood my duties, and I'm going to perform my duties. I'm going to do my job." That was Arjuna after hearing Bhagavad Gita dialogue. So this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is going to help us in our day-to-day life, in our dealings with others in our human society. So continue to watch our Bhagavad Gita introduction series. I would like to stop here. Once again, thank you so much for watching Ancient Knowledge by Mr. A.J. Jadhav. I would like to see you in our next video. Until then, God bless. Have a blessed day. Namaste.